Hello. Our group chose the Case of Pepsi Live and Learn commercial. I'm Olivia Vandeveld.
I'm Emerson Donlier.
I'm Jordan Bajarski.
I'm Molly Lynch.
And I'm Rami Sadek. For the overview and main takeaway for the Live for Now campaign, it was Pepsi's attempt to convey a message of unity, understanding, and peace within the society and the community. The advertisement displayed a young group of protesters with Kendall Jenner joining the protest after offering a Pepsi to a police officer as a symbolic gesture. Unfortunately, the ad missed the mark as many people were taken back by how offensive it was. Instead of inspiring viewers, it was widely criticized for being tone deaf and insensitive, with many perceiving it as downplaying the importance of the Black Lives Matter movement.
For the motivation and strategy behind Pepsi's ad, Pepsi launched this campaign to refresh its brand and appeal to a more socially aware audience, particularly younger consumers who tend to be more involved in and prioritize these types of issues. Pepsi wanted to show it was in tune with today's social and cultural conversations by standing for something important. And to do this, they combined celebrity influence with activism, using Kendall Jenner alongside the politically charged song by Skip Marley. The goal was to tap into social justice movements by leveraging celebrity influence in music to enhance the ad's relevance and connect with the target audience. And the campaign was also aimed to emulate ads like Coca-Cola's 1971 Hilltop commercial, which promoted love and unity through shared experiences. Pepsi tried to create a modern version of this message, focusing on coming together despite our differences. The ad was created in an attempt to promote peace and cultural connection. Pepsi wanted to show itself as more than just a soda, but as a symbol of togetherness in divided times. And finally, this was also a strategic move to respond to declining soda sales. Pepsi leaned into a more meaningful branding approach, hoping a socially conscious message would build stronger emotional loyalty to their brand.
So, what are the challenges of integrating popular culture into advertising? First, there's the risk of misinterpretation or oversimplification. For the Pepsi case, they erase the gravity of the cause. Cultural sensitivity and authenticity. If a brand doesn't have a credible connection to the culture that it's referencing, the attempt can come off as inauthentic. Viral backlash from social media. Social platforms amplify public response, both positive and negative, and a poorly executed campaign can spiral into backlash. And then celebrity endorsement risks. Tying a message to a public figure like Kendall Jenner can backfire if the celebrity doesn't align with the message, which is shown in the ad. Interpretations, audiences bring their own interpretations. So PR teams have to prepare for that when making ads and coming up with ideas. Last, misalignment with brand values or history. Pepsi had no foundation in social justice, so its sudden positioning felt fake and did not match the correct values for the ad.
Yeah, I'm going to be talking about the reaction and the media's role that was played in this Live and Learn Pepsi campaign. The public believed this ad to be very insensitive and out of touch with the world and everything going on at that time. In this campaign, there was also no transparency, so the public was free to construe it any way they wanted, and the media was free to take this campaign and basically run with it with how they made stories. Going off of that, the media absolutely crucified Pepsi, with almost every single news outlet at the time making a story and reporting on how this advertisement didn't hit the public the correct way, and really how this advertisement should never have been made and released, especially in the time frame of the social issues that were going on at the time. On social media platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, basically every single social media platform, the advertisement went extremely viral, but for all the wrong reasons. It still gets brought up every single year and commented on, almost like how we're doing this presentation. With sites like SNL even making skits bashing Pepsi and Kendall Jenner, causing a big lull in their careers, and everything they did with endorsements, it really fell down because of this advertisement and how social media kind of treated it. And the year that this ad was released, it was the biggest time for the Black Lives Matter movement. So everyone on social media and every single news outlet was more quick to ridicule and call this so unethical and horrible. The main reason people called this unethical is because they were using such a big current human rights movement and like a protest to gain popularity for their company and make money off of it. And this was a problem because everyone on social media kind of realized that this was their strategy. It wasn't to bring light to the situation. So when the media kind of put two and two together, they were even more bashed than they would have been if this wasn't going on at the time.
And as for the impact, like Molly said, social media can take things very drastically far. And since the ad was pulled like within 24 hours, Pepsi sent out a public apology, just saying that they didn't, that in no way, shape, or form, it was their intent to give that kind of impression off or any sort of sense, and just wanting to highlight more of the importance of cultural awareness and genuine authenticity. So, in terms of like long-term repercussions, Pepsi has now tried to implement stricter internal protocols, reevaluating its marketing strategies, and work to rebuild its brand reputation. And while they have repositioned their focus back to more of a center-based marketing, the incident may have caused some lingering trust within socially conscious customers. So nowadays, people might not reach for Pepsi quite as frequently as another kind of soda. And lastly, the controversy served as more of a cautionary example and setting the stage for other brands and shaping the way they approach cultural and social topics within their own marketing efforts, just because the risk is very high.
So here would be some advice to other brands. So first would be to be informed on social issues before touching on a powerful social movement. Um, Brands need to fully understand the gravity and complexity behind them. Um, Next would be avoid using brand promotion as a form of activism. If a message or ad is about a social cause, it shouldn't feel like a background to highlight a certain brand or product. Um, then next would be to prioritize authenticity. Using Kendall Jenner as the chosen actress in this ad made it feel disconnected from the everyday people who lead social movements. So, choosing to tell stories and use the voices of real activists, community leaders, and ordinary people would make ads feel more authentic. Um, Understand symbolic imagery such as peace gestures, police, and protests, and knowing that they carry deep emotional and historical weight. Um, Next would be to commit long term. Um, True support for social causes should show up beyond just marketing campaigns and ads, such as in company values, policies, donations, and actions, not just a way to make money. And lastly, assess the risks and be prepared for backlash. Having a plan in place to understand, respond, and adapt quickly if a campaign gets negative feedback would be best if a brand chooses to touch on a social issue with their brand in any way.
And this is our addendum page. Thank you for watching.